Film fans of YouTube, hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh, your Movie Apprentice, and today I am looking at My Neighbours The Yamadas, directed by Isao Takahata. The film follows the Yamada family and tells us their story in various short skits for about 2 hours. That's the premise of the film. Before I get into my review, again, if you like what I do on this channel, consider clicking that like button and subscribing to the channel. It would really help me a lot with the algorithm, aiming to get the 250 by June of this year. And keep an eye out for more Ghibli reviews coming all the time, as well as we're trying to get through them all by the end of this month. But without further ado, let's get into this review. So first and foremost, have to address the elephant. The art style is very simplistic. It uses as little colour as humanly possible, and the designs are quite basic. It looks like I'm reading one of those kids' books from back when I was a kid. I can't remember what they were called, but the art style reminds me very much of them. This film heavily relies on the innocent drawing. It seems to be done from a child's perspective. I feel like that's the purpose of the film, is this is a story being told from a child observing this family from afar. How they see all these scenarios, I don't know. Maybe it's all in the kids' heads. Who knows? But simplistic art style isn't as pretty as most Ghibli works, but it has a certain charm to it that can't quite be ignored. End of the day, this is a lot of small skits of just everyday family stuff, but presented in a comical way at times. At times, this family feels very dysfunctional, and it's a question of why are these guys so close? And other times they have some very heartfelt moments. If I had to pick some of my favourite skits, I love the wedding speech one. I love the one where the grandma's dealing with her own mortality. And I love the nosy mum and grandma when the son gets a girlfriend. Those are probably my favourite skits of this, but they're all quite short, and it's a film that I found very hard to just keep focused on. It was one of those films that I could just look away for a moment and look back and haven't missed much. It's quite tough for me to do that, and any film that doesn't suck me into where I want to pay attention to every single frame and second of it immediately knocks it down in my gradings. The family themselves are pleasant. They are nice to watch. I love the dynamic, especially from the mother and father. There's a particularly funny scene where they're arguing over what channel to watch on TV, and there's a bit of a standoff going down, which is funnily animated, and it's adorable to see. But if you're going into this looking for complexities of Ghibli's nature, you're not really going to get that. I mean, there is a sort of message at the end about family and how it's all about acceptance. You're going to have some good days, you're going to have some bad days, but you're going to get through this all together. That was a nice message, but it is a bit defeatist in my opinion. It's one of those settling down things which a lot of us do have to do eventually. But in terms of the other messages that Ghibli have presented to us over the years up until this point, it did feel like a bit of a downgrade for them. This film isn't bad. It's just the art style isn't what we expect, and the messages aren't what we generally expect from Ghibli either. And it's not one of those that I think I'm ever going to revisit, because as much as the animation had some charm to it, it's not something I'm eager to go back to. It's not something I'm eager to sit through again. The art style, while I can see what they're trying to do, it does feel a little bit cheap, which is quite unfortunate because they are trying to tell something there, but with a casual viewer, they're going to see the art style and turn it straight off. It's a fun sketch and you'll be able to relate to each character in some way, shape or form, but I don't know, man. It's just one of those that after the last few I've watched from Studio Ghibli, it felt like a bit of a downgrade, which is quite a shame. I wouldn't say I didn't like it as much as Porco Rosso, because that film had plots that it never went full circle with. This film had mini plots with mini scenarios and mini solutions, and that's fine. This is a perfectly fine film to show kids between the ages of 10 and 12, maybe 8 or 12. There is a couple of themes of adultery in this, but it's mostly kid-friendly. It feels like a nice little distraction for the children to laugh at their parents a lot. It does its job. It does its job, it sets out to do something and it does it quite well. It's just not something that's going to be up there in my list of Ghibli films. Overall, charming art style, charming characters, nice dialogue, but the short skit nature of it and the lack of a higher overarching story just knocked it down for me. I'm going to say My Neighbours The Yamadas is a film that just has too much milk. So, My Neighbours The Yamadas, have you seen it? If you have, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Coming up on the channel, we are getting to the big one, which is Spirited Away, which is, by many, supposed to be the best Ghibli film. So, I am very much looking forward to see if it lives up to the hype for me. And there's also a couple of new films coming out on Netflix this month. So if you're getting bored of the Ghibli content, don't worry, we have some more content coming soon. I'm probably going to go back and revisit the Exorcist series to continue with that. But you want to be notified of that? Again, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification. And until next time, my name is Josh. I have been your Movie Apprentice. And I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thank you for watching and thank you for making it to the end of the video. While you are here, if you haven't done it yet, please feel free to drop a like and consider hitting that subscribe button for more reviews coming all the time. And also, while you are here, there are some other videos over there that you might want to sink your teeth into. Have a good day, guys, and do enjoy.